distance I can hear you loud. The story circles, it comes back around. We chant a call and watch them all go through. That door I never saw, I never knew. Me and you, we come from earth and water, straight from that mountain's daughter. Back to the mother, we must journey now. We ride it up on the wings of sound. Hear it now, that holy tree is upside down. Branches in the ground, those roots in sky, open third eye now past the nectar out. Inside the heart is that eternal space. That melody showed me my own true face. You chant a call, I chant a call. All in the one in the all. Love on the rise, it never falls. Reach out your hand and I can pull you in. Reach out your hand and I can pull you in.
Think of your fellow man and him a helping hand. Put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just waited and see.
Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. You want the world to know we won't let hatred grow. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. 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 Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you
For you
and me.
and me.
You just wait
You just wait and
Welcome, Unity. Hello, everyone. I would like you to help me sing a special song to Jesse. It's his birthday today. All right, you got to sing along. Happy birthday to...
I was giving you your starting now. Okay, here you go. I'll give you the...
Yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jesse. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's rise up and sing our spirit song. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Walking and talking with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind set on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Thank you so much. And now we welcome up our host, Jody.
Good morning. Good morning, Unity Naples. My name is Jody, and I am your host for this morning. Unity of Naples is a non-denominational spiritual community anchored in loving acceptance. If you are with us for the first time, please know that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Holding vigil for us this morning is Linda Collins and Laura Remy. And if they would stand, there's Linda and Laura. These are our prayer chaplains, and holding vigil means that they are sitting in meditation during our service, maintaining this inner awareness that love is all there is. And that's what we affirm in this space, that love is all there is. And all of us are under God's care, that too. Even though things are looking up regarding COVID-19, we ask that you please continue to wear your mask and not take them off in respect and care for our musicians and those that are up here on the stage. We are a social media friendly church, so throughout the service, feel free to use your social media platforms to share anything that motivates you or inspires you. Feel free to hashtag Unity Naples, and if you don't know what that means, see me later, I'll tell you what that is. And we also need your heart and helping hands. Please join our Sacred Service Ministry. You see the people who are greeting you as you walk in. You can have a chance to actually participate in that. We have opportunities to serve as an usher and also to help at the Higher Grounds coffee shop. Feel free to let the woman know at Higher Grounds. Sherry, let Sherry know. Just say, hey, I'd be up for this. It can serve at higher grounds. So Unity of Naples has lots of different ways for you to grow spiritually. So check out our website for all of the wonderful virtual offerings. And here are a few featured events that are online and on campus. We have prayer and meditation live on the Unity of Naples Facebook page and on YouTube at noon, Monday through Friday. Who has been on either the Facebook page or the YouTube page? Yeah, all right. Good deal, good deal. Check it out. There's a lot going on. It's a very active Facebook page. But I do suggest you set a timer because you know how that goes on the internet, right? You know, like all of a sudden you're going to go on for 2 minutes and an hour later you're still there. So 15 minutes, set that timer, check out everything that's happening. Wednesdays at 11 a.m. is the Life Study Book Club with Reverend Eileen Chernow. And the book is Whatever Arises, Love That. This is held in a Zoom room, and that link can also be found on our website. Every second Wednesday of the month, join us for a crystal bowl service, a healing crystal bowl service facilitated by the gifted Linda Collins. We have Zumba with Lisa Richardson Mondays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. This will be held in the parking lot. Now just imagine you were rolling in on a Monday or a Thursday just to drop off something, and all of a sudden you see 20 people doing Zumba in the parking lot. You may say, yeah. But it's a lot of fun. Consider joining. Nancy Lehigh Jacklow is a licensed Unity teacher, and she will be holding a new class, the 12 Powers. And this is a deep dive into the metaphysics of the Bible, based on Charles and Myrtle Fillmore's book. The class is Monday, April 19th through May 24th. You can learn more about the class and sign up on the website. If you can believe it, we are staring down April. And next Sunday is Easter. There'll be a brunch buffet after each service in the courtyard just behind you, and a $10 love offering is suggested. We're inviting families and children to attend and enjoy the service, either indoors or from the courtyard. There'll be gifts for the kids, and there's going to be a special guest for the kids. You guessed it. All right, please note that starting the Sunday after Easter, we're going back to one service, 10 a.m. Yeah, one service at 10 a.m. Yeah, so just mark your calendars for that. That's the Sunday after Easter, which is Sunday, April 11th. Now, sit back, breathe, and enjoy our meditation. Wonder Twin Powers?
We're glad you were born, Jesse. All right, everyone. I know you may be surprised to see me, but just hold on to your belts. It's so wonderful to be here with you. More about that later. But for now, we're going to take a couple moments just to settle down, center down, turn within. Blessings to you and to our at-home audience. Welcome, everyone. So take a couple of deep breaths and invite yourself to arrive here fully. Letting go of yesterday, letting go of tomorrow. Simply taking a moment to feel your existence in this room with each other. Feel the warmth of your breath, the beating of your heart, knowing that there is one who breathes all breath and beats all hearts. And we are a part of that one. Allow yourself to simply feel at the very depth of your being a peace that is independent of your life circumstances. a peace that is independent of whatever is going on in the world. Experience peace not as the world giveth, but as I giveth, said our master teacher, our big brother. So we come together to calm our minds. We come together to lift our eyes, to soften our thoughts, to allow ourselves to feel anything that may be moving through us. You may be experiencing grief or sadness or anything else. It's okay. Just let yourself do that in the full recognition that you are a holy one. In honor of Reverend Mark, right where he is, we give a moment to forgiveness, to allow ourselves to see if anywhere within us we are holding somebody hostage in our thoughts. If we have weapons raised in our minds, and if we do, we simply lay them all down in this moment, in full awareness that there is only one. We are one with the one. Take a deep community collective inhale. So speak a word of blessing upon our service today, knowing that if we are here by divine appointment. If we are here to be blessed and to be a blessing. And if we are here to uplift consciousness for ourselves, our community, and indeed the world. So we just let the service unfold as Spirit speaks through the words, sings through the songs, plays through the music, and appears through the prayers. We are blessed. We let this be, and so it is. Namaste. Please welcome back our service team, and I'm going to sit right there so I don't have to put my mask back on.
You don't want to dance?
True friend of ours was talking on the phone, said they found someone. And I thought about the bad luck and the struggles we went through, how I lost me and you lost you. What are these voices outside love's open door that makes us throw down our contentment and beg for something more? I've been learning to live without you now, but I miss you sometimes, and the more I know, the less I understand all the things I thought I knew. I'm learning again, and I'm trying to get down to the heart of the matter, but my will gets weak. And my thoughts seem to scatter, and I think it's about forgiveness, forgiveness. Even if you don't love me anymore. grace of sage. The trust and self-assurance that leads to happiness is the very thing we kill, I guess. That pride and self-assurance cannot lead these empty arms, and the work I put between us, you know it doesn't keep us whole. But I've been learning to live without you now. But I miss you, baby. And the more I know, the less I understand. All the things I thought I knew, I'm learning again. I've been trying to get down to the heart of the matter, but everything changes, and my friends seem to scatter, so I think it's about forgiveness. Oh, forgiveness. Even if you don't love me anymore. There are people in your life who've come and gone. They let you down. You know they hurt your pride. You gotta put it all behind you, 'cause life goes on. Keep carrying that anger, it'll eat you up inside. I've been trying to get down to the heart of the matter, but my will gets weak, and my thoughts seem to scatter, so I think it's about forgiveness. Forgiveness, even if you don't love me. Yeah, we try to get down to the heart of the matter, but the flesh is weak, and the ashes seem to scatter, so I think it's about forgiveness. Oh, forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore. Forgiveness. Oh, forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore. Thank you.
I love that song. Don Henley gave me that song. All of us have one of those relationships, right, where this song is just what you need. It's like, even if you don't love me anymore. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Reverend Denise Schubert. I am the assistant minister here. Soon, you and I are going to become really good friends over the next couple months, I think. I was sleeping last night, and I got a text ding on my phone, but I never pay attention to text dings on my phone. But I woke up at 6. I live in North Fort Myers. I leave at 7:15 to come here. And the moment I was out of bed, I knew who it was. It was Reverend Mark saying, please, 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 can you please speak today? I'm under the weather. So I had about 47 minutes to prepare. So today's topic is releasing my will, renewing thy will. So I've been practicing not my will, but thy will all morning. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. My plans and God's plans. So I thought I'd start with a little bit of humor. There's this little piece. It's called Jesus is Watching You. Sounds ominous, doesn't it? It's humor. I said humor, right? So a burglar broke into a home and was looking around to see what goods he could take. And all of a sudden, he heard a little soft voice say, Jesus is watching you. Thinking it was just his imagination, he continued his search, opening drawers and looking through closets. And again, the voice said, a little bit louder this time, Jesus is watching you. So he turned his flashlight around looking, and he sees this parrot in a cage. So he says to the parrot, are you the one who's talking? And the parrot says, yes. And he says, what's your name? He goes, my name is Moses. And the burglar asked, what kind of people would name a parrot Moses? And the parrot said, the same kind of people who would name their German shepherd Jesus. That's really funny. Oh, so here we are sliding into Easter, this celebrated holiday really in Unity churches and certainly all Christian churches everywhere, where we come into the symbolism and the experience of what it means to go from being a caterpillar to a butterfly, what it means to surrender the ego and to take on the mantle of the spirit. The rebirth experience is represented by the death and resurrection experience is a real experience, absolutely available to everyone, whether you are a Christian, a Jew, a Muslim, or a New Thought person. Because there is this moment where we must let the ego fall so that we can step into the fullness of who we are and who we were meant to be. I would call this a born-again experience. I would call this a born-again experience. In my experience, you know, our Christian brothers and sisters offer it in a certain way, which is the experience of being saved. That if you will give your life over to Jesus, you will have an absolutely amazing heavenly experience after you die. We offer exactly the same experience, really. We say if you will turn your life over to the God within you, to the Spirit within you, you will experience heaven on earth while you are still alive. So why wouldn't it be great to experience heaven on earth now and here and not have to wait? So that is really what we're doing here. You know, I do, one of my primary commitments as a New Thought minister is that we make this experience of awakening to the Christ within practical. That it can't be that we come and we listen and we read and we study and still our lives are not a reflection of that glory. You know, some of you have heard a little of my story and some of you not, but I am 70. Well, I will be 70 in August. I walked into my first New Thought church at 45, and I was just a hot mess. You know, from anybody else's perspective, they'd say, boy, Denise, you got it made, right? I was 45, I was working in the technology field, I was making boatloads of money. I was also smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, married to a person addicted to everything, and about 25 pounds heavier. But even more importantly than that, I was uninspired. I couldn't find a reason to get up in the morning that was worthy of getting up in the morning. So I remember having this experience of, I don't know if you're real or not, God, I really don't know, but if you are, give me something to do, right? Let it be different. Let me be raised. Let me find a purpose to go on for another 45 years or however long. You know, we all have an appearance date and a disappearance date. We don't know really when that is, though at some level we probably know exactly when that is, but mostly we don't know when that is. But it needs to be meaningful in my book. So this conversation about moving out of our will, moving into that butterfly experience where we fly instead of crawl, where we are, we're all beautiful already, but you know, the difference between a caterpillar and a butterfly, we would all say the butterfly is like, oh my God, it is stunning. So we come out of just merely being attractive to coming into stunning. So to release we had this conversation with Reverend Mark, right? A little bit when he did the Four Kingdoms series a couple months ago, my will versus thy will, my will versus no will. The my will consciousness is good. I mean, my will is better than no will. Right, because if you remember, no will is victim consciousness, and my will is good. But I'm going to tell you that when you are in life living as a caterpillar, I guess I'm going to keep going with this theme, living with a caterpillar, it takes a lot of effort to cross the earth. A lot of wrestling with leaves and bushes, a lot of striving and working, a lot of trying to get yours. whatever that is, whether it's money, attention, power, a healthy body, whatever. There's just a lot of effort. So it's a lot of I don't need help. It's a lot of I can do it on my own. It's a lot of potential isolation and loneliness. So living by my will alone is to live by the voice of the ego and not the voice of the spirit. And even though it may be adequate, I submit to you that it's not enough, because indeed we're made in the image and likeness of glory, of awesomeness, of miracles. And that is what we're supposed to be doing. So it is vitally important that we also renew thy will, because your personal happiness and my personal happiness is not enough. It's good, and I'd rather have it than not have it, right? Happiness, peace, money, health. But when we speak constantly that we are one here, that we are united, that we are connected, and is it really good enough that I have that and you don't? Right? Is it really good enough? I would call this a higher why. That we come together, we do the work, we practice, we commit ourselves, we take a stand for ourselves, and we do that not just for ourselves, but for the world, for all people, all animals, for the earth itself. And we know that's the heaven on earth experience. I know, that the global transformation can only happen through personal awakening. That's it. You, me, we awaken, and the world will change. I wanted to read something to you from Jean Houston, who is a visionary human activist, amazingly brilliant woman. If you've never heard her, Jean Houston, this is a quote from her. She says, "We cannot embrace the new mind by just sitting around and talking about it. It demands that we alter not just our thinking, but our way of living down to the tiniest detail. Just as you would not neglect seeds that you planted with hope that they will bear fruit, so must you attend to nourish the garden of your own being." I often wonder, if you wrote your memoirs today, if your life story would be lived on the edge of possibility. If you held wonder in one hand and courage in another, and truly believed that anything was possible. If you keep telling the same sad, small story, you will keep living the same sad, small life. She says, "You are not an encapsulated bag of skin dragging around a dreary little ego. You are an evolutionary wonder, a trillion cells singing together in a vast choral, an organism, an environment, a symbiosis of cell and soul." Isn't that beautiful? You are an evolutionary wonder. So we step into thy will. Now, I want you to know that we're all the same. I'm just like you. I may be 2 steps further down the road, but I'm just like you. Everywhere I've been, someone else has been. Everywhere you are, I've been. Like, we all have this. It's the same experience. This rebirthing experience, this renewing experience is universal. All people, all religion, all countries. Doesn't matter whether you're in an African village or in New York City or in a small town in Iowa. It doesn't really matter. We all must at some moment step into this experience. Now, why is it so hard? And it is hard. It is hard to move into thy will be done. Partly because thy doesn't mean a man in the sky with a beard. Right? So when we say thy will, it's like, well, whose will? There's my will. It's like, yes, but we're releasing my will because it's exhausting. It's exhausting. To slide into your golden years whether that's 70, 80, 90, or 110, to slide in, living life, trying to make it happen, muscle through, you're going to, I don't know, be panting at the end, going, oh my God, tired, right? Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Whereas being renewed by the Spirit gives you life. It gives you a purpose. It gives you inspiration. It gives you enthusiasm. It gives you health. It gives you youth. You can start youthing today. That could be reason enough. Let's get younger and not older. Spirit does not age, we do not age. Spirit does not die, we do not die. Spirit is abundant, we are abundant. That's our divine birthright. So you at home too can play. Like, why is it so hard to live this way? Somebody shout out a word. Huh? Louder. Yes, but why is it so hard to live in thy will be done? What do you have to do? You have to surrender. Yes, you have to surrender. Not easy for us Americans to surrender. What about trust? You have to trust and surrender. You have to let go of control of people, places, situations, and circumstances. Have you noticed, if you're over 30, you must have noticed by now that you have so little control. And when we notice that and we live by that, then we have to sing this song. It's all about forgiveness, right? Because people will, there is not another person who agrees with you that they should think like you think, be where you want them to be, have their body be where you want their body to be, right? Everyone's living their divine destiny, as are you. So somebody said you have to do a reversal of thinking. So everyone says, love God and trust people. No. Because nobody cares, everybody's doing their own thing. What you got to do instead is trust God and love people. So when you're living from thy will, you are trusting people. And it's a lot of hard work. Because, come on, I want your body to be here. Here. I don't want you moving. Reverend Mark and Patrick, we don't want you moving. See how that works? Sorry, we're moving. Love you, we're moving. Right? So we trust God. We trust the maker of the universe. And then we just love people right where they are without having to change them, that we get to just allow ourselves to live by the Spirit, through the Spirit, as the Spirit. And I'm telling you, it's easy, way easier than living by the ego. So you might have to change your orientation to life. Now, listen, in my view as well, there is no big leap of faith here. There's no please believe in invisible things that you can't prove, which, by the way, is ridiculous because all the things of any value, you can't prove them. You can't prove love, compassion, awe, wonder, right? You can prove, oh yeah, this is here, but this is so far less interesting than that which is invisible. So if somebody said to you, do you know how to grow a flower? You'd say, oh, sure, I know how to grow a flower. You put some seed in the earth and you water the seed and put it out in the sunlight and a flower will grow. And it's like, oh, go deeper. Go really deeper. Do you really know how to grow that flower? Like, what's the mechanism behind all of that? What's the mechanism behind, a person arising out of an embryo? What's the mechanism behind the rotation of the planets? What's the mechanism in thermodynamics? What's the mechanism? You and I didn't do any of that. None of it. Nor did any of our predecessors do any of that. All we've done is discover what already is and figured out how to use it to improve life, to live life, to light our houses, or to burn them down. I guess electricity could do either, right? So why there is no leap of faith is because whatever that is, we now know it's not a man in a cloud, but we don't really know what it is, but it is something. And if whatever it is can do all that, do you not think it can give you a happy, full, peaceful, healthy life, full of wonder and inspiration? So I don't think it's a leap of faith to just surrender, just to say, thy will be done. Einstein said that the most important decision a human being will ever make for themselves, which will have a direct impact on the quality of their lives, is, do I live in a friendly universe or do I live in a hostile universe? Because if you think you live in a hostile universe, guess what you get? A lot of effort. If you believe you live in a friendly universe, guess what you get? You get a lot of help. So you can have some mantras. I'll give you some new mantras. You can do, life is for me and not against me. It's just a mantra. You can say to yourself when the going gets tough. You can say, I live in a friendly universe. I live in a universe that is conspiring for my greater good. 20 seconds of insane courage will let you move into a space that will feel way more effortless than it might feel without moving into that space. How many of you follow the teachings of Abraham Hicks in any way? Doesn't matter if you're curious about them, you can look them up on YouTube. But they have this analogy where they say that most of us live our lives in our boats, our lifeboat, trying to move the boat upstream with oars, right? So it's really hard because you're going upstream, you're paddling as fast as you can, and still you're getting behind, and you slide into the end, nose, right, face first, going, oh God, thank God it's over. Whereas they say, oh no, just do it the other way. Just point your boat downstream and put your oars in the boat, and let the stream of well-being that is life itself take you where you are to go. So part of this idea that we have a divine inheritance, that we were made out of something, we didn't make ourselves. You did not make yourself. That whatever you were before you had a face, and whatever you will be after you have a face, is real, and that you, on some level, chose to come and to live a bodacious, outrageous, authentic life, and then to disappear when you've done all that. So you want to be at the end of your life, whenever that is, going, wow, that was really a bodacious, authentic, wonderful life. And to do that, we need to recognize the spirit within ourselves. So I'm going to close with a poem by Hafez. Do you know who this Persian poet is? Rumi and Hafez, he's a Persian poet. He lived in, I think, the 1300s. And this is just, it's playful. So it's called Tired of Speaking Sweetly. And who's speaking is it's Hafez's poem about God. So he says, love wants to reach out and manhandle us. Put the word God in there. God wants to reach out and manhandle us. Break all of our teacup talk of God. If you had the courage and could give the beloved his choice, some nights he would just drag you around the room by your hair, ripping from your grip all those toys in the world that bring you no joy. Love sometimes gets tired of speaking sweetly and wants to rip to shreds all your erroneous notions of truth that make you fight within yourself, dear one, and with others, causing the world to weep on too many fine days. God wants to manhandle us, lock us inside of a tiny room with himself, and practice his drop kick. Have you ever been drop kicked by God? The beloved sometimes wants to do us a great favor, hold us upside down and shake all the nonsense out. But when we hear that he is in such a playful, drunken mood, most everyone I know quickly packs their bags and hightails it out of town. So Yes. Thank you, Hafez. It's beautiful wisdom, right? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. So let us pray. Let us pray to simply anchor within our subconscious, within that place within us that is the fertile soil of our being. This idea that we can move, that we're willing to become butterflies, that we're willing to give up control, that we're willing to lean into an idea that life can be better than it's ever been. No matter how good it is now, it can be better. No matter, there is when we say the word race consciousness or race thought, it means like what the collective thinks. And I want you to know that the collective thinks that you and I are getting old. The collective thinks that we have less something, that it's harder. And I just want to say to you that God is timeless. And that no matter where you are, there is always more, always. There's no end to creativity, no end to inspiration. So let us pray not to a reluctant deity to give us something, but to know that truth within ourselves. Yes? Yes, all right. So let's turn within together. And we do turn within together. The invitation to close your outer eyes is an invitation to let the world, the already manifested world, be where it is. Because whatever's there got manifested from the inner world, got brought forth by our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our ideals, our whatever it is we think is real. So when we open our inner eyes, we begin to gaze into that sweet, sweet, sweet space within us that is free of those thoughts, that is the dwelling place of the Spirit, that is hopeful, hopeful, that believes in all things possible, that knows that butterflies come from caterpillars. And I simply invite you to join me in that space and to find within yourself a deep space of trust. I trust the universe I live in. I believe in the universe I live in. I know I am a beloved child of God. And so I affirm and proclaim that from this day forward, we step into possibility. We step into a bodacious, creative, authentic, deeply meaningful, deeply powerful, deeply fun place of living. And that we find within ourselves the resources to meet our challenges, to climb those mountains, to level those valleys, to simply know that everything that we need is within us. So we forgive ourselves, we forgive everyone else, we forgive the world, because who knew? You don't know till you know. But today we know. Today we move. Not by my will, but by thy will do I live. And we are grateful, so grateful that this shift in consciousness is possible. So grateful that we can become conscious co-creators of a world that works for everyone. So grateful that we are not here walking on this beach alone. And so I simply just release this word. I'm speaking into this perfect law of manifestation, whose job it is to clothe our words with flesh. And so that this crude and temporary world is renewed in this moment by a new thought. And so I just simply invite you to feel within yourself the truth of these words, the truth of your divine nature, the truth of your true parent, the truth of your inheritance, the truth that all is well. So we let this be together, and we do it with commitment, devotion, and clarity by saying, and so it is, amen.
It's by thy grace that I sing. It's by thy grace that I sing. by thy grace that I see your holy name. Allah, Jehovah, Rama, Satanama. Allah, Jehovah, Rama, Satanama. Peace to all, life to all, love to all. Peace to all, life to all, and love to all. Peace to all, life to all, love to all.
So it is. Thank you. All right. Thank you all so much. So now is our time for you to give to the community, or time for giving. Just remember how wonderful this campus is, this community is, how great it is to have a place of light, of learning, of growing, and to know that your gifts and your offerings are the reason it's here. Short and simple. It's the reason I'm here. It's the reason they're here. It's the reason you're here. So I'm going to invite Jody back up to tell you of how you can give.
And we'll say together,
Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to tell you how that you might be able to contribute to Unity of Naples. You can go to the website, unitynaples.org, backslash giving, and there's a Donate Now button on the homepage. We also have text to give. How many of you have tried that out? Yeah, that's how I like to roll. How many of you ever sent a text message? Yeah, it's that easy. So you text the word give to this number, 239-230-4704. So just like you're adding a new contact, 239 Naples, 230-4704, and then you type the word give, and you get a text message back that gives you directions on how to proceed. And always, you can always send a check. I don't know if you've sent any mail lately, but we should get it probably early May. But yeah, USPS it's a little rough right now, but God bless them. I love getting mail. But the address you want to send to is Unity Naples, 2000 Unity Way, Naples, Florida, 34112. And since you guys aren't here, feel free to use the mail. I forgot to greet you. We forgot to say hello to everybody out there on live streaming. So thank you. How many of you guys have live streamed? Yeah, pretty cool, huh? All right. So, and anyone who is in the sanctuary who has brought something with you, a cash check, something you'd like to give today, there's a drop box right as you exit the sanctuary. Feel free to drop that there. And now it's back to our awesome music team.
Grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. Grateful, I'm grateful, I'm grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Grateful.
Thank you. Amazing musicians. By the way, Jody Scholes, our own prayer chaplain, just released a TED Talk. Yes, so Jody Scholes, go looking for it in about a week, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. So let's give a moment and give thanks for the gifts we have given today and the gifts we've received today, to simply know that the giver and the receiver are blessed, that the gifts given with joy and gratitude and generosity cannot help but raise and praise this unity community of like-minded people about the business of raising consciousness. So we're grateful for all that you are and all that you give. And so it is. So just a quick reminder before Patrick makes his way up here. Easter Sunday, next Sunday, once again, please join us. We're making a space for the children to be here safely with, you know, oh yeah, I forgot to answer. I'm not really very playful like that. But, and there's some Easter gifts, and so we look forward to celebrating that most high holy day with you. So, Patrick.
Good morning, Unity. I'm Patrick, and some of you may or may not know who I am, but I'm actually moving up north with Mark. So, so I'm leaving too, and I do some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, the slides that you see up here, and the streaming that you see online. I saw some people have been watching from home, which is great. So we need somebody to do that, and if you have any interest, if you've done it before, great. If you haven't done it before and you're interested, great as well. So we have the wonderful Denise Gunn has been helping us with all the links and everything. She's in the room today, so give her a little applause. So grateful for her willingness to volunteer on that, but we need somebody here on Sunday. So if you're interested at all, see me, and we can connect on it, or you can email for anybody online, hi, hello@unitynaples.org. Okay, thanks.
And now I get to tell you how to stay connected. So if you love this community, if you just want to see what's going on in this community, if you want to find us online, go ahead and like our Facebook page. How many of you guys have been on the Facebook page? Yeah, there's a lot going on over there. So facebook.com/Unity of Naples. Go to the page often. There's always updates. Almost every day there's an update on that page. You can also join the Unity of Naples Facebook private group, the private Facebook group. It's a wonderful virtual way to connect and to share with other Unity Naples community members and also see pictures.
There may or may not be a community Ellie album that we update every day, so if that's incentive to join.
So adorable. Oh my goodness, that little mouth. Oof. Yes, so there's lots of good things happening if you want, but again, bide your time. And make sure we have your email, by the way. Visit the website, unitynaples.org, and there'll be a place for you to enter your email. We stay in touch with you often. And if you'd like prayer support, please call the office and leave your name and number. We do our best to get back to you within 24 hours. The office number is 239-775-3009. Or you can always just email prayer@unitynaples.org. You send 100 emails a week, shoot one off to Unity. We'll be praying for you. All right, but if you want immediate prayer, then call the hotline. That's Silent Unity Prayer Hotline at 816-969-2000. And we would like to welcome any newcomers, any first-time visitors, or, any first-time visitors. All right, if you're feeling brave, would you raise your hand if you're a first-time visitor? Hey, hi. Hi. Hi, if you're out there raising your hands, if you're the first tuning in for the first time. If you're here in the sanctuary, bonus, you get a gift. So as you exit, a volunteer will help you. And if you weren't feeling brave and it's still your first time here, you can still get a gift. So see the volunteer at the back. Let's see. As you exit the service, please use social distancing as you exit the sanctuary. And now it is time for our closing song.
Yes, please rise up and join us in singing Let There Be Peace on Earth.
moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin. Now the prayer protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a great week.